Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That won't get a good lie, I'm sure. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
A spot amongst the leaders here awaits if they can make this. Move inside the top 20. That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Such soft hands.
This one's for bogey. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Going with the hybrid. Not a bad play, that one. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. Oh, just missed.
This one for bogey. And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Currently at 2 over par.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Nicely done.
From around 180 yards out.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Opting for the 5-iron. He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. It's time to check on the leaderboard. Okay, it's time to make the turn and a good time to reflect on the action so far. Rich?
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
That's a nice looking shot, that one. Just fading back into play. Second shot here at the 10th. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Oh, that was a beauty. Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
This is what they have left for par here.
Now 8 shots back after that hole. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. That's some good golf right there.
getting ready to play their third. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
This is on a great line.
That looked good for a long time, didn't it?
An opportunity to make a par here.
Sitting at 2 over for the event. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par fours, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Setting up in some very deep rough.
Going with the 7. That got a little out of control, I think.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par.
Playing their 4th shot.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Ouch, that hurts. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Opting for the 9-iron.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
A quality shot, that.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen. But you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Or is that the number?
That's inside the range.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
And it's worth taking another look at that one.
Now look how they attacked this one.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Opting for the 6-iron.
That's disappointing.
The fade didn't come to their aid.
Great touch. Really nicely played.
Great touch.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Wow, from a dodgy lie, Rich. How special was that?
Well, when your rival plays golf every single second of the day and eats birdies for breakfast, lunch and dinner, this is what you get.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. This 15th hole, a very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right. Just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
If it's up, it could be in. It was on a good line. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
He's looking to hold this to tie with Will Zalatoris.
Like the look of this one.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Oh, you like me and thought that had a chance? And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 16th hole, short par 3, Rich, but really good if he can get it close.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
This one heading towards the green.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
It's looking solid.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 17th, a long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. 3rd shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your 3rd shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Bit disappointing, that one.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
It's not on the fairway, but it's not bad. It's a good lie in the first cut.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
And needed to put some draw on that one, but just couldn't get it dialed in.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. And that should secure the par on this one.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Jon Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole.
One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Going with the 5-wood. That's it. It's okay. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
They're well played. This putt is for a score of 72. Straight out of the top drawer.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And that will conclude his tournament to date.
Henny, I'm starting to really appreciate the magic in these rivalries. While they can't walk away with a victory in the tournament proper, they get to lay claim to beating some real stars of the PGA. And what about this victory over young Will Zalatoris?
Luke, Will Zalatoris isn't one of those players that gets beaten. This just doesn't happen. He is a player of the future, a young gun that usually comes out firing on all four cylinders. He didn't today, and this player took advantage, and they will use that to propel them forward in the next event.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hey Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this featured group's play this week. It's going to be fire, let me tell you. There seems to be quite the rivalry starting between these two players.
No, filled with talent as Lexi Thompson. This is going to be a tight tussle. I can't wait to see how this one plays out.
Lovely effort, that. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it, though. Let's see.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Oh, well played. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. He finds himself in a share of 4th. Time to play one of the one-shotters. And choosing the 8-iron here. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green.
Just in case Lexi thought that she was going to dominate the match today in this rivalry, he's come out and put that down. Laid that gauntlet down, and now I think things will get interesting.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
An opportunity here for Lexi Thompson. Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Fantastic touch. What a play indeed.
Here we are at the 3rd.
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
Nicely done. Second shot here on the 3rd. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
That's a well-played chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
A long par 4 this hole. Wow, that was just striped. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
He's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace.
That was a beauty.
And this putt to move into a tie for first.
That was a gallant attempt. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Oh, nice looking putt. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Going with the 5-iron here.
I'm not sure that's what they had in their mind. That's further right than they wanted. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Yeah, trying to draw that one in there, but not committing to it, leaving it out.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down.
Oh, that's a bonus.
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
Sitting at 2 under. Currently tied third, just a couple out of top spot. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Looking good
For the par.
Currently a couple under for the event. This hole is a long par 5. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. An outstanding performer with already 5 wins under their belt. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Oh, wow, Rich, how good was that? And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And let's have another look at that one.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
After that hole, they're currently tied for first place with Harold Varner III.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, there's some real momentum with this player coming off an eagle at the last. Now, this one looks to be heading down the runway. Sitting at -4.
Currently tied atop the leaderboard.
This one's for birdie. Oh, terrific. What an effort.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
That's a touch of class.
Oh, Dr. Chipinski strikes again.
It's time for a one-shotter. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
Oh, right by the hole.
Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. It's just about 3 feet away.
This is their look at birdie.
Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He's currently tied for first. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. That's an awful error.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
It looks like they have a good lie here in the sand.
I might need to get a lesson of you. That was well played. That's nicely done.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
Wow, what a save.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
A birdie putt awaits.
I like the look of this. And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
Up and down out of the bunker for birdie here, Luke. Job well done.
Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Oh, well done. Sitting at -7. Currently leading. Quality shot, that one.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Whew. Short game has always been stellar, and that's just why.
And back to the play, shall we? Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
Par putt coming up here. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Teeing off here at the 11th. Opting for the 5-wood.
This is one of those great ball striking displays, fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Lining up the birdie putt here.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just a 4-footer remaining.
This is what they have left for a par.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Now leading by 1 shot. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Going with a 3-wood here. Just needs this one to kick right. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Just 6 feet between he and the hole. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And that will take him to 8 under. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She got one back on that last hole.
Never mind. Just go and make the next one you stand over. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Wonderfully played. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Yikes!
Ha! Right at it from out of the bunker. Let's return to live play now. Putting for birdie here. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And a quick glimpse at the leaderboard now. And this player holds the lead, with Brooke Henderson trailing in 2nd place. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Sitting at 9 under. Outright first here. Going with the 8-iron here. That was wonderfully done. What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Oh, I like the look of this. Could it go in? And this one is for his par. And now that finds him in 1st place. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Playing from around 160 yards.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Now, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. This putt to get to double digits under the card.
Little birdie look in here.
That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Judging it beautifully.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, that almost went down. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar, Luke. The greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
That's frustrating. An opportunity to make their par. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Sitting at 9 under par, currently in top spot. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
This next shot coming up from the sand. Well, that shot took some serious skill. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. Woo-wee. They show movies on flights shorter than that. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Heading towards the rough, this one. And that one's headed to the drink. Time now for the 4th shot. That's his preferred ball flight. There's the draw. That was a little loose. Don't expect a good lie here. That always looked wet, didn't it? 6th shot coming up. almost went in. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. And they've done it. It puts a smile on your face to see someone live a lifelong dream.
Backing up the Brinks truck once again this week, filling it up.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back nine, but they were able to pull out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
"2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin.
I'm Luke Helvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey, Luke and Rich. I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round. And I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Yeah, big rivalry this one. Xander Schauffele, one of the most formidable opponents in the game.
That dog will hunt.
And take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
A par putt on the table.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Okay, as we move along, it's welcome back to Rickie Fowler, sitting on top of the leaderboard. Pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Tried to draw that one in there, Luke, just missed the mark.
Seven feet to the cup.
Solid little par putt here.
Oh, so close.
Just a short putt remaining here. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently one stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
And gets that putt of distance to go.
Fist pumps all round. That is how you do it from outside range. That was huge.
And it's great to see Rickie Fowler back on top of this leaderboard.
Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
From about 130 yards here.
Pro tip, when it's breezy, swing easy. You're welcome.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
And coming up well short.
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Such soft hands.
Sitting at 1 over for the day. The first of the par fives, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par five, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Oh, that was pure.
Interesting choice of the driver here. Great shot. Sitting at 1 over and moving ever so closer to the top 10. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Important putt here. They make it. They're into the top 5. Ooh, right by the hole. This is a par putt. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Well, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think he's going to want to let that go.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards. Ridge, placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Not quite the shot he was wanting. Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And he'll move into the top 10. So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th. Rich, a lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Well, that's a handy shot. A chance to move into first here with this putt. How close was that to going down? Well, this is exciting. A putt for an eagle. And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. This is Xander Schauffele. Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Opting for the 3-wood. And he's hit that inside the range. Chance to change his fortunes on the green. This would be a good one to make.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Yeah, good job. Nice par. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
This one looking really good.
Shame it didn't drop. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Bit untidy, wasn't it? What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
The wind is at their back on this one.
This one might need to sit.
Unable to find the green on this one.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Oh, really had that shot dialed in. That is a touch of class from the bunker. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Job done. Let's head to the next.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's sitting there in the rankings at fourth.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Leading by a shot after that hole. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front nine, the ninth, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in two. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front nine, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Around 110 yards to go.
Wind straight down.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
Good look at birdie here. Ooh.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them. Pretty good shot there.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. Well struck. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. Well, this is right down the pipe. Super shot that. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. And it's time to recap that play.
This one was a great chip in. I could watch this all day.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That's not the shot they're after.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Here's Xander Schauffele. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Sitting at 3 under par. Currently in the lead. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Lovely touch. Well played.
Great touch.
Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
Got to try and save the par here.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Stop if you've heard this before. Tiger is coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 1 off the lead. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
That's the right option. Put it back in play. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Well, that's well judged. Hole high, right inside the range.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Okay, steady now. And this putt coming up for his par. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot. And that shot goes in. That'll be a birdie.
And this one, a fancy bunker shot. Gets it to go. What a play indeed.
Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
This one's bunker bound. A few shots under par at the moment.
Currently tied for first place.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
That's disappointing. From one bunker to the next.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Okay, so that's step one, but now going to hold a mid-range putt. And he needs this to save par. He was on a good line.
Putting for bogey here. The leaderboard has them sitting in second place behind Tiger Woods.
And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that was dialed in. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Oh, he liked the look of that the whole way. That is absolutely brilliant. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. And after that effort, that's how it looks. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. That's a bit out of shape. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
This breeze just starting to blow, but it's a helpful breeze. It's one that you like. Got to club down a little bit. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
A couple under at this stage, in second place. Well, that'll play. And right to the top of the leaderboard after that effort.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. Straight in the hole.
And with that, they'll move back into top spot on the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hills Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Luke, that one was humongous.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Oh, well played. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Nice recovery there.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Well done. Take the birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Here's Xander Schauffele. Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Putting for a par here. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That was a narrow miss. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
He seems to have all the wind in his sails and maximum confidence out today against Xander Schauffele. I think Xander didn't really know what he was getting himself in for after that shot.
All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, well played.
Yes, very smooth tempo there.
Oh, size them up for the red cardigan that Arnold Palmer made famous. You are the Arnold Palmer Invitational Champion. Congratulations.
And what a week it was. A fantastic victory. Sensational victory on arguably one of the tour's hardest golf courses. Way to go. Great win.
Well, when it comes to performances that they'll remember, that certainly has to be one of them. What a brilliant play today.
A match for the books, Luke. I'm just happy that I got to witness that and see that. What a rivalry it was in the lead up to this epic match, and they took down the hero. They come out on top of not just the rivalry, but also the event.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.